You ran for president in 2004 unsuccessfully. Why is 2008 different than 2004 for you?
Well, it's greatly different because now people have a chance to look back and say that out of all these candidates who are running, there's only one who demonstrated the foresight and the vision to reject war as an instrument of policy and to have advocated right from the beginning a diplomatic resolution of the differences that we had with Iraq. In a sense, we auditioned for the presidency back in 2002, 2003. And unlike American Idol, the implications of our decisions were life and death. 1 million innocent Iraqis have been killed. 3,500 of our soldiers. It could cost this nation between $1 and $2 trillion. This decision that we made about whether to go to war or not had a tremendous impact on this nation, separating us from the world community, actually making us less safe. So people can look back and see that, and see who showed the ability to withstand the pressure to go to war, who showed the courage to say that peace is the path that we should take to security. I think when people look at that, they'll know that, that my candidacy today stands out in bold relief from all the other candidates who either voted to go to war or who consistently voted to fund the war, which, as you know, is just a way to reauthorize the war all over again. I'm truly the peace candidate in this election, and I'm proud of it, not only because I reject the war in Iraq, but because I reject war as an instrument of policy. There's no call to go to war against Iran. We need to use diplomacy there. Or Syria, we need to use diplomacy there. The United States should have intervened to stop the war against Lebanon. We should have used diplomacy there. See, Franklin Roosevelt, who knew war, also believed in the science of human relations. We must believe in our capacity to be able to settle differences without violence. And if you have a president who doesn't if a president understands that, he can make America safe and secure at the same time. But those who equate security with the use of weapons, even against innocent nations, surely will bring upon this country a disaster, as we have had in the last few years. So again, this campaign will give people a chance to really vote for peace. Peace here at home in terms of having an approach towards developing nonviolence as an organizing principle in our society, and peace among the nations of the world. And peace is practical. We see this war has been so impractical, but peace is practical. When you consider what it would mean to have a president who will work with the nations of the world to get rid of all nuclear weapons, peace becomes very practical. Who will work with the nations of the world to say, we will not only participate in, but we will respect the full covenants of the Biological Weapons Convention, the Chemical Weapons Convention, the Landmine Treaty, the Small Arms Treaty, that America will join the International Criminal Court. An American president who is truly dedicated to peace will achieve security for this country in a way that it hasn't been for many years now.
Certainly language that you use is different than the administration's language, especially in what you just said and the things that they think about and prioritize. In fact, you've brought articles of impeachment against Vice President Cheney. Why not bring articles of impeachment against the president himself if what you say is true? Doesn't the president himself hold the same or greater responsibility than the vice president?
Of course he does. As a practical matter, I wanted to make sure that Vice President Cheney, who was a driving force in establishing a false case for Iraq, he said repeatedly Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. He built the case for war. That was his purpose. He needs to be held accountable for that. On a practical matter, to go for the impeachment of President Bush, if that were to succeed first, then Vice President Cheney would become president. We don't need to make of this a constitutional crisis. Vice President Cheney should be impeached. His replacement should be then made, who would not be subject to an impeachment. And then Mr. Bush should have a similar measure of accountability applied to him.
Well, thank you. This is about all the time that we have. I just wanted to give you this. This is the pencil puppet that I've used to talk about you. It's a little worn out because it's gotten a lot of use because you've done a lot of stuff on YouTube. But I'd like you to have it as a memento of this interview.
Well, you know what? I can't do anything about this face, but I can do something about improving America's role in the world and here at home. So thanks very much for...
Well said, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you very much.